Alright, now we have game 3 of the City Circuit in NBA Street. Now, after I finished the Northern Challenge, which was the two Canadian teams of Vancouver and Toronto, I thought I'd be just going to a different NBA division, and that's not the case. You've got streetball legends apparently. I'm not sure who Briggs is. He kind of sounds a bit like a British Ben Wallace, and plays like him too. Very rough player, and as you can probably see, I went with Vince Carter. I swapped out Alan Houston with Vince Carter just to see how he goes, and got off to a very slow start in this game. He turned the ball over quite a few times, got blocked. That was Sprewell though, but got blocked. Just didn't look like an effective player at all. That was actually a mistake, but I don't know what I've discovered there. Apparently there's no goaltending. Maybe I have to turn that on in a similar situation to when I was on easy difficulty to start off in my very first game. So maybe I should have a look at the settings, see what I need to turn on, what I don't have to turn on. But that kind of changes everything if there's no goaltending. That one nearly got blocked in, which is kind of cool. I like how the physics allowed that to nearly happen, like the ball was dancing on the rim. Then I'm not sure if it would have dropped or not, but it would have been interesting if it could. A lot of alley-oop opportunities in this and a lot of blocks. And started to really enjoy it. The graphics, when you see some replays, the graphics of the rim and the net look really nice. I mean, they're up to today's standard, really. But this was an interesting game. I don't quite understand why it was played in Boston after doing the Canadian. Maybe there's no Canadian street ballers out there. It'd be cool if they actually had some N1 players, I guess. You know, I don't rate them highly, but if it's NBA Street, you've got street ballers, and they've got a pretty good reputation for being good. So maybe they couldn't get the license to them, and they've come up with some knockoffs. I don't know who Briggs is, or Briggs. I think it was Briggs. But once again, on that replay, just saying, you saw how nice the rim actually looked, and the player models are fantastic. So for a game that was in 2001, I'm very impressed. There you see Marcus Camby with a crossover and finishing it. Was not expecting that to happen. And quite honestly, Camby's probably the next one to go. The next division, look, I want to get Alonzo Mourning, but I'm not sure how good he would be in this game. I'm not sure if he's actually in this game, because remember, he had that kidney ailment around this time. Alonzo Mourning or Dikembe Mutombo would be nice. I'll get them at their first opportunity. I want to get a good ball handler too. So it's quite conceivably within 4 or 5 games you won't see any Knicks still on this, which is okay because now it's Team 1 player, I've noticed, and instead of Team Knicks. So getting back to the street balls, it'd be also nice to, I'm assuming after each division you got to play one of these guys, one of their teams. It'd be nice to throw together a team of just streetball legends, or up against the NBA players and see how they go. That was a nice dunk. That was a really nice dunk by Carter. And yeah, see how they go. See if there's any way to sort of beat Shaq, Kobe, and Derek Fisher. I'm assuming they're going to run with. Who knows? They could have Rick Fox in there. But yeah, so there's just a random steal. I don't know what happened there, but it led to a turnover, and this game got really competitive really quickly. Vince Carter dancing with the ball, not doing anything, but there's a nice crossover. His three was ugly in this, absolutely ugly. The only threes I've made with him, I believe, were game breakers. And Sprewell really carried it for me in this game, but maybe that's just because I'm a little bit more used to his play. There's a weird sequence at the end where I believe Briggs or one of his teammates goes up for a dunk and misses it, but gets credit for the basket. And I'll be sure to highlight that to you in a minute when it actually happens. But that was a nice dunk there, and I'm noticing the attributes make a huge difference. That guy, I don't know who he is. He's their shooter on their squad. He was in perfect position, but he couldn't do anything about it. And here I'm dancing with the ball, trying to get that game breaker. There we go, I get it. But I didn't want to test my luck in just popping it on Briggs. So I wanted to get him down before I shot the 3. As I said, it was a very competitive game, so I was very conscious to actually make these game breakers count. At this point, I didn't take them too seriously, and it definitely hurt me because the momentum changed very quickly. I didn't even get out to that jumper, and it kind of hurt me. And I couldn't get anything going. They just became really physical. I turned the ball over. I went for a stretch where I was just, they probably went on a 6-2 run. And they got right back into the game and actually got the lead. And there's Camby again. With a crossover and a finish. Maybe I shouldn't replace him. Maybe, that was a nice block. That was reminiscent of MJ when he was playing for the Wizards. I think he did it on Ron Mercer when he pinned it to the backboard. But getting back to Marcus Camby, he's showing some handles. And maybe I should get rid of him for a Alonzo Mourning, but there he goes. There he trips over his own feet. So no, he's going as soon as I get another better big man. Kevin Garnett would be good in this game. Maybe that should be the lineup I'm looking for. Maybe a swing man like a Tracy McGrady. That wasn't really all that smart. Hanging on the rim while Carter was shooting the 3. That wasn't a block. I don't know what that was, because usually it comes up with a block or a steal. See, it comes up on the screen, but nothing was handed there. And now I was starting to get a little bit nervous because that game breaker was nearly there, but I only had a 1-point lead, and I couldn't get anything going. I was, dancing with the ball. Briggs was coming over. I mean, Camby just hurt me. When he was out there on the perimeter, there's nothing I could do with him. Then Carter just got destroyed with that shot. Getting back to who I wanted on my team, though, I was pretty sure Garnett would be the one that I want. As he's got handles, he's got a shooting range, and he can finish inside. And then I'll probably have a really good swingman like Tracy McGrady. I don't think I'll keep Vince for too long. I wasn't really impressed with the way he played, or I just couldn't use him. And then just a good ball handler. I'm thinking Allen Iverson, Stevie Francis. There's who else is there in this period? Maybe Baron Davis would have been good as well. Drawing a mental blank here on other good point guards. I'm sure they'll come to me. John Stockton, there you go. I'm kidding, but yeah, another steal. See, at this point, I'm just getting absolutely destroyed. But Camby was the best player for me in this one. He without him patrolling the lane, I would have lost big time. And there's another block. I've yet to get a shot clock violation on someone else, but I've had that shot clock violation with Carter shooting the jumper and getting blocked. So I'm up by 1 at this point. Now this guy's big, dominant. Maybe he should be the big man that I'm looking for. Sprewell, nice move, but I just didn't really have a whole lot of confidence finishing against this streetball team because I want to know how they push. When you go up for a dunk and they NBA Jam style, they just push you and send you flying. There's not a whole lot you can really do about it. I wonder if there's a button you can do it or if it's just automatic. But here it is, 14 all. Carter really not doing anything. At least with Allen Houston, you could look for that 3. If they start backing off, you just pull the trigger on that. Maybe I should have kept Allen Houston instead of Sprewell. Maybe that would have been a good compromise. But I decided to go with Sprewell just because he plays a little bit better defense and has a bit better ball handling. But next time, if I use Carter, it'll probably be at the expense of Sprewell rather than Houston. But I'm just getting destroyed here, Vince Carter. Yeah, I'd throw a tantrum too if I were you. Didn't really know what I was going to do with this possession. Ended up shooting a 3, and it was Sprewell of all people who hit that. And nice little shooting animation too. It was very different, but that was the worst case scenario. I knew they were close to their game breaker. I was just hoping they would take it as a dunk or something. As you can see, the score jumps out to 17-14, and it looks like I'm about to lose my first game. Start dancing with the ball a little bit now. I'm concerned with what I'm going to do. Decide to shoot a 3, absolutely clank it, and that block was huge because otherwise I would have been down. That was stupid shot. But that block was massive. I couldn't afford to go down only by 4 with only 3 buckets to go for them. So now I'm down by 2, and I've got a game breaker that's 60% of the way to complete. But they're scoring quickly. So I realize I'm going to have to sort of dance with the ball, try and get some big combos going. But they're backing right off. If this is Allen Houston, they're backing off. It's be a very easy jump shot for me. That was a big shot there by Sprewell, a big 3. Now I'm only down by 1. And right now I'm just looking to get a steal, get something to sort of bring the momentum back. But I was very lucky he didn't pull the trigger there because he's a pretty good shooter. Missed it. I couldn't get the board. They get it again. I'm like, oh no. So didn't want to panic and go into 3 mode, especially without having Allen Houston on there. But here's Vince Carter. He's starting to step up a bit. Nice moves. And that combo was massive. As you can see, I'm really close to getting the game breaker. But, they're only 2 points away, and now they're only 1 point away. So I pretty much got to get a game breaker or a 3 on this possession. So I'm dancing with the ball. It's just too much to get, unfortunately, on this possession. So I'm dribbling, trying to get there. So I'm figuring I'll shoot a 3. They get the board. I'm in all kinds of trouble here. And they're about to finish it. And I somehow get the steal. It's Camby. I don't even know what to do. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start crossing over and dancing with the ball again, dancing. And I've got a shot clock I've got to worry about. And then I pull it out. But I've got Briggs on me, so I didn't want to shoot it on him. And it's from almost the same spot as the game breaker before. Same situation with Briggs going down. And that changes it completely. Now it's 20-18. And I've got to get a stop here. I can't allow them to get a 3. I'd be very happy with them just getting a bucket and going down and only having to make a 1 to finish it. There's a block there. A lot of blocks have gone out of bounds. Just unable to capitalize. See, that's the play I was talking about. He clearly misses it, and it gets credit for it. But all good. That play right there scared me because Spree goes in for it and he gets absolutely hammered. That play there with Buster Brim finishes. I win the game. I pulled it out, but very close, very competitive, and I somehow came out with a victory.
You just picked up a bad mama jamma. Shut your mouth and Briggs, baby. He's gonna make them boys shine. Give it up for these cats, baby. They're all that.